These two beautiful beasts are my Yamaha FZ1s. I like them so much, I had to get two. Let's check them out. G'day guys, welcome to Photography Rides. Today we'll be riding my FZ1s. This is my 2006 Yamaha FZ1s. Second generation, fuel injected. It has a 998cc engine. Liquid cooled, 4-cylinder with 150 horsepower. It's pretty much stock except for the windshield, and also had the ECU flashed. Yeah, okay, if you flash the ECU, it's pretty much a totally new bike. Taking off the restrictions and unleashing the beast, as you say. Let's take a look at the dash. It's just a plain LCD dash. That's your trip A and trip B, and the odometer, fuel and air temperature, just your basics, and Teddy always goes for a ride. And this is the 2008, also a Yamaha FZ1s that I converted to the N version. Also known as the European conversion. It did look like this before I crashed it and fixed it up for the N version. It has the same LCD screen dash. I installed an bar risers with the bar, gold bar, and FZ1 levers, and handle grips, front axle sliders, new radiator guards, nice pretty bling, rear crash bar, and crash cage. It's also had the ECU flashed and front sprocket lowered by 2 teeth for more acceleration. And installed the Croftsman's Shorty exhaust That's enough of that. Let's go for a ride. Since I've taken off the front fairing on this bike and converted it to the FZ1N, it's even more light. And if you haven't seen the conversion video, link up the top there if you want to see that later. Yeah, so it's a hell of a lot lighter. And with the two teeth down in the front sprocket, it's a hell of a lot better acceleration too. Although I ride both bikes virtually all the time, I usually ride this one when I'm commuting to work or just going to the shops or something around town. Not that I don't take it up the ranges, but yeah, it's mainly to beat around town in. You gotta love the centre stands on these bikes too. They're just brilliant for any maintenance that you need to do. I love the adjustable forks on these bikes. This one I've got adjusted quite firm so I can really feel the roads and the bump underneath my bike. The lane splitting, perfectly legal in Queensland, but it varies from state to state, territory around Australia. To the next bike. First of all, I like to say, well, I lost one of my GoPros on one of my rides, never to be seen again. So I'll be using this Asako V50X. It's not a bad little camera on my helmet, but still nowhere near as good as the GoPro Max that I had. And considering the camera only costs $100, it's well worth it. So I use this baby as my touring bike. I've got the suspension nice and plush on this, nice and soft. Love going for long rides on this bike. It's just a comfortable factor, it's brilliant. And with the windshield, you're not getting beaten by the wind. Let's give it a bit here. 100's the speed limit here. It's as fast as I go, because I never go over the speed limit. Scout's honour. I wouldn't say these bikes were gutless at low end, but yeah, before the ECU flashed, left a bit to desire for a bit more power, but after the ECU flash, it's a totally different beast. But just like all inline fours, you gotta get them screaming a bit, rev them up a bit to 6,000 revs to get into the power band. But yeah, there you go. These bikes were made from 2006 all the way to 2015. They're basically a raw machine, no electronic aids whatsoever, no wheelie or traction control, no ABS. Well, actually I think the 2015, or was it 14, they come out with ABS. They are a very comfortable bike. Not only you can change the suspension, but with the upright seating position you've got, yeah, it's very good. I won't get into fuel economy, because fuel economy is shit, but you don't buy a 1000cc bike for the fuel economy, more for the shit grin smile it puts on your face. I only had one problem on this bike, or both bikes actually. Yamaha made a design flaw in their rotor where the magnets broke loose. And destroyed the stator. Yamaha did fix that issue. I think it was 2012 models and up. Yeah, but it happened to both my bikes. The first time I didn't know nothing about it. The second time was totally my fault. I was just too lazy and too cheap to go out and get a new rotor, and suffered the consequences for it. But lucky me that it didn't explode into the engine and put magnets through the whole casing. But I've heard stories that it has happened like that to some people. But yeah, if you want to see the video that I did on the rotor, just check in the link above as well. I'll get that sorted. Have a look at your leisure. Yeah, so you ever think of getting one of these bikes, look into the fact about the rotor, because in my case it's not if it will happen, it's when it will. But yeah, that's the only problem I've had with these bikes, and it's going on about 4 years now that I've had them. Yeah, bloody good bike. Another good thing about this bike is I've never had a problem keeping up with a faster bike, or so-called faster, newer bike. In fact, one of my friends decided to sell his MT10 and buy an FZ1 after he had a little test ride on mine. I was rather quite jealous. He ended up selling his MT10 for about 15 grand, and he ended up buying a FZ1 for just over 3.5. So there's some bloody good deals you can go out there to buy a second-hand motorbike for. But okay, these are my two babies. Hope you enjoyed this vid. See you on the next one.